What's happening, guys? It's Griz, and is it just me, or is Battlefield 4 working better? Could it be that our prayers to the dice gods have been answered? Are the so-called netcode issues that have been plaguing Battlefield 4 finally resolved? Well, I don't want to be the one to just come out and say that, yes, they have been fixed, the netcode issues in Battlefield 4, because that would be a totally fabricated statement with no evidence to back it up, so I won't say that. But let me tell you guys, I have been playing Battlefield this afternoon after a recent patch was rolled out, and I can honestly say that I'm having a much better experience than I was even recently as last night. And the boats, oh man, the boats. On Paracel Storm, the boats really are the key to everything, and that goes for both sides. If you're on the US team, or whatever team has their spawn on the carrier, I'm not sure, I think it's the US. Anyway, if you're on the team that spawns on the character, you get one attack boat at spawn while the other team gets two. The only way to even those odds is by capturing the A flag. So the A flag is the all-important flag on this map, at least in my opinion. But yeah, I thought I'd start off some boat gameplay because I've been playing a lot with them lately and really enjoying them. And I don't really have any boat gameplay on my channel at all, so it seemed like a good fit. But I'm telling you, man, that 30mm cannon and the TV missile are a deadly combo, and that's what I run all the time. But as far as the patch goes, yeah, I'm experiencing much less of the one-shot kill deaths where you don't have any time to react to getting shot, much less try to make it to cover. Today I've been finding the game feels more like the days of old in Battlefield 3 when you could actually get to cover if you were quick enough after being shot a couple times. But another thing that was included in the patch was a DMR buff. And basically what happened was they made it so the DMRs can do their 3-hit kill to the chest at much farther distances. So it's making the DMRs definitely a much more viable option to use for medium to long range engagements. But let me tell you about my favorite DMR so far, and that is the MK11 Mod 0. Jeez, that's a mouthful. Let's just stick with the MK11. So the MK11 is my favorite DMR so far. I can't say I've played around a lot with some of the other DMRs, but I do have them all unlocked, and I played at least a little bit with each one. I went through the entire weapon class, I guess you could say, using the MK11, and I find myself still using it today. So as far as stats go, the MK11's maximum damage is 43 and its minimum is 30. Rate of fire is 260 rounds per minute, which is on the low end for DMRs. I know, it actually has one of the hardest kicking recoils as well of all the DMRs, as it kicks hard and up and to the right, pretty harshly. So, you know, but you might be asking yourself, why is it my favorite if it's got a lower rate of fire and one of the harshest recoils? Well, what I can tell you is what it does have going for it is great reload speeds at 2.4 seconds empty and 1.85 seconds with a round still in the chamber. Also, it has one of the higher damage outputs in the DMR class. So this thing definitely hits harder than some of the other DMRs. But let's compare it to one of the more popular ones, like the SKS. Everybody and their dog uses the SKS, but personally, I like the MK11 better. The advantages of the MK11 are much more maximum damage and a little more minimum damage. So this is what I mean when I say this thing hits hard, as I kind of fail on the aim here, but the damage drop off on the MK11 starts a lot further than the SKS, and just look at this headshot here, just boom! Oh, picked him right off. But yeah, the damage drop off on the MK11 starts a lot further than the SKS, so you're gonna get that max damage output at farther distances with the MK11. What else? Way less bullet drop as well. You can aim right at those heads at distance and still connect. The list goes on, guys. You've got a much longer maximum distance, faster reload times, and less bullet spread when aiming down sights. The biggest disadvantages of the MK11, I think, are the slower rate of fire and bad hipfire statistic. But you can actually help that out, obviously, by adding a laser sight and the appropriate grip. But I think you're going to want to focus on using the MK11 more at range and really slow your play down when using it, much like I was doing in that previous clip. I've been having a lot of success with it today, and if you guys want to know what I like to run on it as far as attachments, I like the 4X ACOG optic, a laser sight, flash hider, and a potato grip. So that is going to do it for this video pretty much, guys, as that guy goes down in 1TV. But yeah, try out the MK11 and let me know what you guys think of it. I think it's the best DMR, but that's my personal opinion, obviously. And this heli was bothering me. He thought he could be clever and sneak up on me, but my attack boat skills are obviously too strong, and I clip him with a couple bullets here. Actually, usually I don't try this. This is a rarity. I TV this guy so bad. Oh man, that was sick. I felt like X Factor there. Speaking of X Factor, I was actually recently in one of his videos. He has a video on his channel called where he talks about the Player Appreciation Month, and if you go watch that video, he goes like 14-9 on a Siege of Shanghai obliteration match. But yeah, I didn't do the greatest, but I was with him and we worked together as a team. I really think X Factor deserves more subs because he really is, like, in my opinion, he's like the best infantry and tank vehicle person of Battlefield going right now, and I just think he deserves a lot more views than he's getting. Level Cap is knowledgeable, but I mean, he's kind of boring sometimes and monotonous, and X Factor is really not like that. So I'm going to leave X Factor's channel link in the description. If you guys don't know him, go check him out. He is an absolute beast. He used to play competitively too, but he's basically how I learned how to use the boat effectively in the tanks and stuff like that in Battlefield. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Go out and use those DMRs because they're definitely way more awesome since the patch. And again, I don't want to say that the netcode is fixed or anything outlandish like that, but I will say that I have been having a much better experience with Battlefield 4 today. As far as being able to get to cover when I'm being shot, maybe a little less kill trading, stuff like that. So go play and check it out for yourselves. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Do you think it's been improved on? Are we finally starting to see the end product we should have had since release in November? So many questions remain unanswered. Alright, that's it for me this time, guys. My name is Griz. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave it some love by clicking the like button down below. Subscribe if you're new around here. Griz Nation is almost 500 strong, and I really appreciate your support. So thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon. Peace. Drop to around 320 meters per second on the M4 anyway, meaning you're really going to have to put a lead on those shots if you want them to connect. Always try and keep engagements to around 50 meters or less with the suppressed M4 if at all possible, and that's kind of the point of